Welcome to the Inc. Productivity Tip of the Day. Today's tip. Warren Buffett says all the brain power in the world won't matter without this one key skill. Warren Buffett is widely regarded as one of the greatest investors ever. However, despite his immense wealth and status, Buffett evaluates his success on the basis of a skill he struggled with early in his career: communication. He was so terrified of public speaking that he enlisted in a Dale Carnegie course to overcome his fear. "If I hadn't done that," says Buffett, "my whole life would be different." In his office, you won't see any of his degrees hanging on the wall from the University of Nebraska or Columbia University, but you will see that one award certificate he got from the Dale Carnegie course. Buffett on communication. Buffett was asked a few years ago about one tip he could give young graduates just starting their careers. If you can't communicate, it's like winking at a girl in the dark. Nothing happens. You can have all the brain power in the world, but you have to be able to transmit it, and the transmission is communication. Buffett's emphasis on communication being a success factor has plenty of backing. Research conducted by the Carnegie Institute of Technology, as published by Forbes, shows that 85% of financial success comes from your ability to communicate and negotiate effectively. Additionally, a study out of SRM Institute of Science and Technology found that good communication skills are considered to be the most imperative skills a manager must have. Communication is critical for success, yet it is multifaceted and beyond just the expression of words. If you want to master the full spectrum of communication, extensive research identified 3 areas in which people will perceive and interpret your message, whether good or bad. 55% of a message is perceived through the facial expressions and body language. 38% of a message is perceived through the tone of voice. 7% of a message is perceived through words. Putting it all together. Now that we know what to shoot for, given the evidence, here are some tips and strategies to help you become a better communicator. 1 for each area. Body language. While focusing so much on how we come across with our words, we tend to forget the importance of our body language. First off, be aware of your stance. People do pick up cues from the position of the entire person standing before them. Someone authentically engaged and present will involve their whole body in the conversation. They lean in, make good eye contact, nod, and position their legs and feet toward the other person to demonstrate, "I'm fully here." Tone of voice. It is essential to speak at a moderate pace to avoid sounding monotone or robotic. Also, varying your volume by speaking more quietly or loudly at appropriate times during your message can add interest and expression to your voice. Then there's inflection, the rise and fall of your voice. This technique can help add emotion and presentation to your speech. Finally, pausing at key points in your speech can also add emphasis and convey your message more effectively. Words. When speaking to large crowds, don't just give facts and figures. Weave stories into your speech. People remember stories more than stats. It'll make your message relatable and engaging. Remember to keep it simple and use everyday language. Avoid jargon that can confuse your audience. That's it from Inc. Check back weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern for more tips.